Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Thunderstorm podcast. This week, we're taking a look at the deep-seated question: what is the future of Sonic? Where do we see the Blue Hedgehog going in the near future? Do we like where it's going? And where do we want the series to go? I'm Rin, and with me this time is Kaznarius.
Nothing starts until you take action. If you've got time to worry, run.
Sliv.
My OC's stronger than yours. Go fuck yourself.
And as always, the unnamed guest.
Yo, I have no joke today. Just continue.
And we're gonna get right into it. So, gentlemen, I think we should start out by saying, what was the last Sonic game you guys played?
Damn.
Most recent Sonic game,
the most recent Sonic game you played. Just to give a rough viewpoint for any listener where we're starting from going into this and where our opinions might be coming from. Because I think some of us might be more leaning towards the classic side, some of us might be leaning more towards the more modern side. So I kind of want to give a good spectrum of where we fit.
I played Mania and Forces in the same week, so
Which did you prefer?
Mania.
Wow.
Mania is better than Forces.
This ain't Hot Takes podcast, I guess. How about you, Kaz?
Honestly, Sonic Generations. It's been a hell of a long time since I've played a Sonic game. But actually, that's a lie. I played Sonic Adventure for a little bit on Steam. Sonic Adventure 2, rather. But I've beaten both the Sonic Adventures and Sonic Generations for 3D Sonics. So I think I'm coming into this with the least amount of experience.
Weirdly enough, coming into this, personally, it's kind of funny. My last Sonic game experience was actually for the channel, and it was Sonic 1 GBA, which is definitely not a good representation of my position as someone who's played the games, but I have played a lot of the games. I haven't played Forces. I'm kind of meaning to just get a little bit of a taste of that, all 2 hours of it. So maybe I'll get to that one day.
It's 4 hours long. Forces was the last Sonic game I played, and I played it as a joke because I got it free. It was 4 hours long and it wasn't great, but the OC creation was pretty funny.
What animal did you choose, nameless guest?
I believe it was a bird. I'm actually scrolling through our conversations to see if I can find an image of it, because I'm sure I posted it somewhere in our Discord.
I was a neon green red-eyed hedgehog.
Disgusting.
I'll definitely be putting mine up next to yours.
Yeah, mine was
I want a
saved
whole
on
description from both of you about how your OC is faster than Sonic.
They're not. They're specifically not faster than Sonic in Forces, so they're already not.
But they are in your heart.
My OC is faster than Sonic because he's wearing the Yeezys. And everyone knows Yeezys make you run faster.
But yeah, no, Forces was the last one I played. Pretty bad overall. I had fun with it, but it wasn't.
So, I think when it comes to what we want for the future of Sonic, I think it's pretty important to spell out what we don't want for the future of Sonic. I've got a personal list, but I'm curious, what do you guys really not want to see in future Sonic games?
I think, number one, first and foremost, I think we need to get away from classic Sonic. Stop including him in games. Honestly, I don't like the current boost formula that has that 2.5D anyway. And classic Sonic's just that, but it's the worst part of that, in my opinion. So I would want to get away from having the classic Sonic segments or the 2D segments in the games, personally.
And in my opinion, that's not to say that classic Sonic is bad. I think that 3D Sonic games and 2D Sonic games should be more separated than they currently are.
Yeah.
Because they're completely different things, let's be real here.
So, in my playing of forces. My main thought process was Classic Sonic didn't need to be in the game because the boost style already does 2.5D sections, so there's no need to put another 2.5D section in. But even then, I don't even think the modern Sonic stages of that game needed the 2.5D sections. They also don't need the boost sections. I think boost kind of sucks. Basically, modern Sonic as a whole is kind of a shit show. Mania was good, obviously, but it was aiming for super classic. And as Sliver was saying, you could definitely separate those two. You could have games that focus purely on a very classic Sonic experience, and then games that focus on a more modern style. And there's no problem with that at all, because Mario does that, and that's fine, basically.
Yeah, and I think Mania made such a good case for having that classic style Sonic game around, too. Especially after the last pure 2D Sonic outing was freaking Sonic 4.
No, I think when you really actually get down to brass tacks, almost every single Sonic game from Sonic Adventure forward that's been 3D has had sort of an identity issue throughout. Everybody loves Sonic Adventure 2 because of the Sonic stages, but that's 1/3 of the game. 1/4 if you include Chow Shit, which I love actually, and I'm not even. Why would I even diss Chow Shit? Chow Shit's awesome, but it's I kind of feel like you've got almost all these games where you're having a solid time playing a good 3D Sonic section, and then it finds a way to kind of hamstring that in some way. I don't know why it kind of feels like the 2.5D sections. They almost kind of feel like filler.
Here's why it feels like filler. It's because the issue with why you couldn't just have a Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2 just be Sonic stages is because it's just way too fast. If you just had Sonic stages and nothing else in Adventure 1 or 2, you're just going to run into a situation where the game is half as long as you want it to be. And one of the complaints everyone always had was, well, you have all these other different types of gameplay, so the best solution was, hey, let's have these 2.5D sections where it changes to a side view where you have more intricate platforming in between the fast parts, so that way you can slow it down a bit and get a little bit more time out of every level. So that way you don't have people blasting through it in 45 seconds and they get through the game in an hour and a half and everyone complains. At least that's how I see it. So I don't mind, honestly, having the different characters as long as they're all engaging. I think Adventure 1 minus Big did it very well, where each character had their own thing going for them. Sonic was just go through the stage. Tails was generally you're racing someone to the end of the stage. Amy was running away from a robot. E102 was being a robot. Knuckles was finding the Master Emerald pieces. Every character had their own different thing. They're all relatively engaging minus Big, but everyone knows about Big being a bit of a meme. I think Adventure 2 falls into a problem where there's just too much of that. Because, with Adventure 1, a lot of the gameplay is very similar, it's just there's new twists on it. Adventure 2 has 2 characters that are Sonic, 2 characters that are Tails, 2 characters that are Knuckles, essentially. So that might make it feel a little bit more bloated. I don't think, though, that it causes an identity crisis, necessarily. I think there are still enjoyable parts of those other stages. A lot of people, as bad as some of the Knuckles and Rouge stages are, they are some of the more memorable stages of Adventure 2, for example.
No. The music's definitely memorable, but I don't know. Every time I think of a Knuckles stage, I constantly think of how fucking lost I felt, or how tedious it kind of felt.
Some of them definitely do. Others not so much. I actually think Pumpkin Hill is generally a good stage. It's very big, which is a bit of a problem. Something like Aquatic Mine is a little more annoying because sometimes you have to adjust the water level, and as a kid when I was playing it, I was always a little unsure as to how that worked with the various switches. They're not all bad. Some of them are just too big. I think Knuckles' final one final like space stage it's so big, it's unnecessary and annoying. Overall, I think it's not a bad idea. It just needed to be, I don't know, refined more and with some probably tighter level design than what it did have.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
The Tails levels are kind of fun, even if they're just kind of like mashy whatevers. Like, pretty much just smash the shoot button.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just smash the shoot button and wait for it to end, basically. It's interesting in, like, watching speedruns of the game because of the way the mech works. There's, like, some really neat optimizations that go on there, but you shouldn't design a game entirely with speedrunning in mind, and it definitely wasn't designed that way anyway.
I think also, like, if you look at the other 3D Sonic games, like, Heroes didn't necessarily have an identity crisis, it just had some minor problems that stopped it from being amazing. It is kind of dumb that you basically go through all the stages as all the characters, but, like, Team Rose, the stages are half as long as Team Sonic's because it's supposed to be easy mode. Team Dark just has a longer version of the stage because they're the hard mode. Chaotix is just doing something stupid in the Sonic version of the stage. So you end up kind of doing a lot of retreading old ground there. I think Adventure 1 did it, that whole going through a stage multiple times different ways, a whole lot better. After that, I think you had... What happened after Heroes? I think it was Shadow the Hedgehog, which didn't have an identity crisis, but its identity was just super duper edgy.
I mean, the main character had kind of an identity crisis.
Maria. And the other issue is you had to beat the game like 20 times to get the true ending. And a lot of people dig on Shadow. It might be that I haven't played it since I was younger, but I never had a lot of the issues other people complain about. I honestly thought it was not that bad.
Yeah, but he's just Sonic with a gun.
I mean, that was kind of the point. I don't know. I kind of dug it, and like I kind of dig how ridiculously edgy Shadow was. I can dig the occasional like stupid level of edgy.
Yeah.
Well, what's it? The director of Shadow the Hedgehog or whatever, he said that like a lot of requests he got for Sonic games was just Sonic with a gun. And he was like, well, I'm not going to give Sonic a gun, so I guess I'll just do it with Shadow. Because it made way more sense, and, you know, fair enough, I suppose.
What a strange request, by the way.
I don't know, apparently that was... I think it was just, you know, it was at the time where first-person shooters, like Call of Duty, were at their maximum popularity, I think. Maybe?
PS2 era?
Okay, is that PS2? No, yeah, you're right, that is a bit early.
But if you look at the time it came out, a lot of characters were going the more edgier route. You know, you're around when... God, I think Shadow came out in 2005, so you would have had, like... Call of Duty 4 was just on the horizon. You had... I think we already had the Smash Brothers Brawl trailer out, which was taking it in a more realistic-looking, graphically approach. You had a lot of games coming out, like Ratchet Deadlock and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of things were just going the edgy route.
I mean...
At that time point.
When you really think about it, City Escape starts on you crashing out of a helicopter and then proceeding to like destroy a fuck ton of cards while you snowboard down a street. Sonic kind of causes some absolute mayhem at the beginning of that game.
Kind of beautiful.
Which is what makes that stage so memorable.
Honestly, if every Sonic game had like a City Escape style level, I'm not telling them to make City Escape in every level, like every game, but if they had that kind of level, like to open up every Sonic game where it's just you're just causing chaos, I think that is kind of fun.
Absolutely. I was actually going to mention this as like a point, but like I'm kind of I like mischievous Sonic. I don't like this you know, Sonic trying to befriend different people. You know, Sonic 06 Sonic, who's like just a generally good guy who's you know, quote, cool and doing the cool good thing.
Talk about identity crisis, by the way.
I just sometimes like just like going out there and fucking destroying like metal shit and just like, I don't know, blowing up like a metal base or some shit. Like that is so like that's so Sonic. That's like down to the first Sonic game. That's like what you do at the end of each level. You kill a robot capsule and a bunch of animals come out.
You know what I think is peak modern Sonic? The opening cutscene to Sonic Unleashed. Where he's going on the big, like, Eggman has this big space station and Sonic's going through and destroying everything on the space station. And like, other than turning into a werehog at the end, like, it is, the entire, like, first half of that is, like, the pinnacle of modern Sonic. I think that is what the character should be doing. Like, just causing chaos for Eggman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, bringing up Sonic Unleashed does remind me, you mentioned earlier, Rin, that if you made all the games like just Sonic stages, they would be like over too fast because Sonic stages are fast. Yeah. That is like the biggest issue with Sonic Unleashed, is that the day stages are great, but the day stages are like 5 minutes long because it's just Sonic running through really fast. And this was like the start of boost gameplay. It was still new at the time, I believe. Yeah. And it was all right then. I had no real problem with it. But then you got to the night stages, and it was like a half-hour thing of slowly brawling your way through these places, and it sucked. You had to play these garbage stages to get to the good ones, and the good ones didn't last any time at all. So there needs to be some way to still have that sense of speed, but also, like, I don't know, longevity towards it.
Yeah. You want to know something else that's wild about Unleashed that not a lot of people actually remember now, is that Unleashed was a totally different game on the PS2. It is actually like on an entirely different engine, and it actually plays a little bit differently. And it has, I think, either less or it's either like 2 less or 2 more werehog stages.
I'm guessing that's the same one they put on the Wii.
Yeah, I think it's the same version they put on the Wii because they had to like cut down the cutscenes and stuff because the systems couldn't handle it.
Oh yeah, and I looked it up. Shadow the Hedgehog. It was 2005, which is. It was when Call of Duty 2 came out. So first-person shooters were on the rise. Like, shooters were coming into the forefront around here.
Yeah, and we had, like, Halo 2 was probably still, like, a big deal at this point.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, sure. Like, every character had a gun, you know? Except for Mario, but, you know, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, but Mario's hands are basically already guns.
Yeah, but I want Mario...
Yeah, but Mario went to jail.
I want Mario like carrying an SMG, you know?
Mario also went missing.
I want like Mario and Nam. You know, like with an M16.
You hearing us, Nintendo? Come on, make a Super Mario Vietnam.
See, now the idea of people requesting Sonic with a gun isn't so surprising now, is it, guys?
You know what? Fuck it. Give everybody a gun.
Give me a gun to shoot myself with.
Epic.
Now, guys, hear me out here. Here's a really bad idea. Ooh. And Sega should not do this. So, Sega, don't listen to my opinion here, okay? But Chow Garden as a gacha game.
Wow.
Congratulations, you're hired. Welcome to Konami.
Hey! Wait, I thought Konami only made pachinko games now.
Yeah, but it's a cash grab.
We can make a Chow pachinko game, don't worry.
I mean, I think they should make like a standalone Chow Garden thing. I don't know.
That'd be awesome, yeah.
They could do it. Make it like a, I don't know, just like a kind of garbage mobile game. They could easily do it.
Mechanics.
I wouldn't have gacha mechanics, but there would definitely be things where you could pay to skip your Chow training kind of thing. I don't know, because I don't think it could sustain like a full, like, I don't know, console release kind of game. But if you made it like a small mobile game, you could probably do fairly well.
Man, what if like they did that and then they did the thing where like in the stages of Sonic Adventure 2, you like collected shit for your Chow and you could just like transfer that shit over in like the new Sonic game. Cool.
If you pay me 1,000 Chow coins, you too can have your Chow look like Goro Majimi.
But yeah, no. In terms of the actual question, what we want Sonic to be, because mostly we've just been talking about what Sonic has been, which it has been a bunch of things.
He has been a has-been.
Truly. Basically, I think the future of the series is to bring back Sonic and the Dark Brotherhood, the RPG for the DS, and they should continue that one for sure.
They definitely should bring back the music from Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood.
Again, Sonic and the Dark Knight. Give Sonic a sword again.
Oh,
To go
yeah.
with that RPG.
Dude, sorry.
I'm gonna say, Sonic. I did actually play Sonic and the Dark Brotherhood. I beat it. Like, I beat that game. I rented it one time and beat it. I did not know the music was awful because I think since it was on a DS and I played in my living room, I had it on mute the whole time. I don't think it was that bad if I remember correctly. Like, I don't think I had that bad a time with it.
It seemed pretty cool, and the original characters had really cool designs.
Yeah. And then that one guy who, like, sued Archie and left the comics, tried to sue Sega over it. Over, like, the character designs. Yeah.
Were they echidnas or some shit?
No, he said, like, one of the characters had, like, a passing resemblance to a character he had designed at some point or another. He just loves suing Sega and Archie.
That guy's just a dipshit.
I can't remember his name right now. Ken Penders, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his weird, like, echidna race thing that he made.
I'm pretty down to never see another human in a Sonic game, other than Eggman.
No way, man. The president of Sonic Adventure 2?
Dude.
That was awesome.
He always looks so
play as the
fucking
president.
bad.
I think that's part of the charm, though.
I'd much rather have cool, weird, interesting new characters in this Sonic world, man.
But not too many cool, new, interesting characters.
I don't want any new characters. I want them to use the ones they already have.
Yeah, there's far too many. Every game has like 7 new Sonic friends, and it's fucking awful.
Yeah.
So, Rin, what you're trying to tell me is you want Sonic's main buddy character in the next Sonic game to be Charmy B.
No. But I'm saying, like, I would love to see, like, characters that never get representation show up. Like, freaking, like, Bean the Dynamite or Fang the Sniper.
Literally who?
Yeah.
Dude, Bean the Dynamite's the, like, duck with a bomb, and Fang the Sniper's the cowboy with the cork gun.
I want more Vector the alligator, because he is my spirit animal. Find the computer room.
I remember that being, like, a pseudo meme for a little while because of how ridiculous it sounds. Because, like,
Man.
also, like, if you pause the game in Shadow, it'll, like, remind you what mission you're focusing on, because you had, like, the light, the neutral, and dark.
Yeah.
So, like, it would just, every time you pause the game, Vector would go, "Find the computer room!"
Wow, you do a great Vector, by the way. The thing I loved about Vector in that game is because, like, each power type and on each team did, like, a different thing. Like, Knuckles would, like Tails and Sonic would, like, go into balls, and then, like, Knuckles would, like, hold them in his fists and, like, punch people with them. And that was cool. And I think fucking Vector just, like, shoved both Charmy and Espio in his fucking mouth and just, like, shot them out or something.
It looks like, in Heroes, it looks like he's sneezing them out.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like he violently just sneezes them on the ground.
Kind of awesome. What a rad guy. I wish he was my alligator bride.
Truly.
It's also funny that he was left over from, like, the alpha of Sonic 1. Like, there's old, like, concept art for Sonic 1 where he was going to be in a band, and Vector was in that band.
No shit. Huh.
I mean, reusing old concept art is a cool idea for, like, new characters. Because there are going to be some Sonic fans that are, like, in the know, and they'll see that and be like, holy shit, they brought that back? That's awesome. I don't really know what other minds there are to, like, dredge stuff up from on that front anymore, but whatever. Yeah, what's it? Mania was, right? I'm not really the biggest fan of, like, classic 2D Sonics.
I think we can assume Mania was good, and that 2D Sonic is on the right track wherever the heck it's going.
Mania was beautiful.
Yeah.
Sega did the right thing by bringing Christian Whitehead in on it.
Here's the thing. I think Sega letting fans work on the games and hiring them on to do it is a great idea. There is so much amazing stuff that comes from the community, and I think, like, if you're looking at what the future of the series is, look at what the fan projects are. Look at SAG and stuff like that comes around like September, because there's always really amazing stuff that's coming along and a lot of really amazing fan games. Like even stuff that's been around for a long time. Sonic Roboblast 2 is still a fantastic game. And Sonic Roboblast 2 Kart is probably one of the best kart racers out there. Fight me.
Key. We do need to play SBR 2K together.
It is pretty amazing. So I think like the best place to look if you're trying to see what the future is going to be for the series, look at what the fans are doing. I think that is a better place to be looking than what Sega's actually putting out trailer-wise right now, because I don't know. I feel like Sega should do that again, where they bring fans in to work on the games, and maybe not just 2D ones, maybe a 3D one. Because I think it could be really incredible when you have people who their number one passion is this series. This is what they live, they eat, they breathe, they sleep. I think that is the best thing you can do for the series. And you know what? That doesn't mean that it has to be 2D like Mania. We don't need it doesn't need to be Mania 2. But going that direction again with like fans working on a project, I think is really the magic bullet, so to speak, to kind of push Sonic into that next almost generation going forward.
That makes so much sense considering how much of the slack they've been picking up from like so many broken ass Sonic games. Like there was that one guy Christian Whitehead, who he also made like that working fucking port of Sonic GBA, right?
Yep. And it was actually, I believe, a person named Stealth.
Well,
yeah,
whatever.
I think it was someone named Stealth.
Christian Whitehead was the guy who worked on the mobile ports of like Sonic 1 and 2.
Yeah, and the best version of Sonic CD.
Yeah.
So that is kind of incredible. They just brought him in because he had worked on a lot of ROM hacks and stuff. They brought him in to work on mobile ports. And those mobile ports, people are still clamoring for them to show up on as a Steam release, because it is insane that they haven't happened yet and we still have just the Genesis ROM versions of these games. Like, it's just bewildering to me that we don't have them available, because they are the best way to play the games. And he finished Hidden Palace Zone in Sonic 2, which was a lost level, and put it in as a bonus. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's pretty sick. Because that makes it a more complete version of the game than before, basically.
Yeah, and like, where he hit it was, there's a area in Mystic Cave Zone that was always a problem for people, because if you fell in a particular hole, you'd land on spikes, but it wouldn't be like you fall through the spikes and die. You'd hit the spikes and you just get stuck down there potentially, because you'll just keep hitting rings when they bounce off and come back to you. So you can get stuck down there and slowly die. So you remove the spikes and you just drop down into the Hidden Palace Zone level.
The fact that you have a dedicated fan base making shit like PO6, which is just a lot of people trying to fix Sonic 06, which by all accounts is a garbage-ass video game. The fact that you have a community that is so willing to fix that shit, like, that really stands to the testament of how dedicated these fans are. And yeah, you're probably right. Hopefully they hire on more fans, but I'm curious what everyone here thinks of open world Sonic.
The new one they announced recently.
Yeah.
I actually didn't see the trailer for that.
Yeah, I saw the trailer when it came out.
There's not that much to see.
Yeah, it looks like they're taking Sonic in a more open world approach, and like it could be interesting, I guess. I need to see how it actually plays. The trailer doesn't really show that.
I think there's a lot of potential on the table if they don't rush it.
Maybe. I'm just curious, like, what does putting Sonic in the open world really accomplish for the most part?
Yeah.
Because by and large, open world games, they're essentially just like a really fancy level select. Like, you go somewhere and then you do a thing, and the travel is just kind of a meaningless time waster because why not?
Well, not necessarily. A lot of it can just be the atmosphere, right?
I'm saying just on like a purely mechanical level.
Yeah, sure.
On a purely mechanical level, a lot of open world games just operate as like a fancy level select. Like, I don't know, like the Assassin's Creed style ones. You just go somewhere and then the mission starts at that place. The going there didn't really accomplish anything. But Sonic has generally had more like curated, fully designed levels, more or less, as opposed to this open style. And because Sonic is so fast, the travel will hopefully be very minimal. I'm just curious as to how it actually will work. Will it just be you go to a place, then you enter a more traditional Sonic style level? Or are you going to be doing more things in the overworld?
Yeah, it is interesting.
If so, what would Sonic do in the overworld? Most of the time in open world games, the like random stuff is like an enemy encampment that you take out. But Sonic's combat, quote unquote, is generally just homing attacking all the enemies, and they die in like 2 hits.
You could definitely lean it to be more focused on puzzles. Because, like, I remember in Adventure 1, there were quote-unquote, open world hubs.
Yeah.
That you would go to the different areas and do puzzles to get into the next level as the game progressed. So I could see, like, that taken to, like, an extreme where you're doing a lot of puzzle solving to get to new areas, and you have, like, long stretches where you're running and dodging enemies in between. I think that could be a lot of fun. The issue is if you just have like this big empty void to have that Breath of the Wild shot in the trailer and no other reason, I think that can potentially end up being pretty disastrous. Because it doesn't matter how fun it is to move Sonic if you can't do anything in the game.
I guess the question I also have to ask is how dense is this foliage? Am I going to be running into a tree every 6 seconds?
I would have to presume it's built around open fields, open areas.
Maybe Sonic just automatically jukes them out.
That'd be very boring.
Yeah.
You run forward, you'll just bypass all obstacles because Sonic does it automatically. To be fair, in a lot of Sonic games, Sonic does a lot of stuff automatically anyway, like a lot of 3D ones. Like anytime you go through a loop-de-loop, it's essentially automatic, and you don't have to touch the controller.
Yeah,
basically.
it's pretty scripted, and we've seen what happens if you don't heavily script the loop-de-loop. Okay, actually, here's one thing that bothers me. Okay, because it's like this weird thing that's been a stick in my craw for a long time is whenever someone looks at Sonic Adventure 1, one of the first things they bring up is the loop-de-loop in the seaside level, like the first level you do as Sonic, and everyone bitches about how they can't do this stupid loop-de-loop. And I don't get it. I have never had a problem. I've done the first level Sonic Adventure like 100 times. I have never once gone shooting off the loop-de-loop off into my death. But everyone who reviews the game is like, yeah, this loop-de-loop's fucking broken. I just fly off into the sunset. I'm dead. What the fuck?
Well, people are dumb. Especially games journalists.
I don't know how they do it.
I played Sonic Adventure 1 like a long-ass time ago. And I definitely didn't like beat it or anything. But I do not remember this, so I have no idea what I did with this loop-de-loop that you are so adamant about being not that bad. Maybe you're just some kind of Sonic savant.
Maybe, yeah. I'm just like sitting there with like blue wine. It's just a freaking can of Pepsi Blue.
Your Sonic Curry in the other hand.
Sonic Curry. I have a book, and it's just like a freaking Sonic fanfiction.
Oh.
Written by you.
I'm like throwing up all over myself.
You've modded your Dreamcast controller to be shaped like the Sonic Team logo.
How would that help me if I'm like in my studying my own creations?
Figure it out.
Anyway, this is stupid, but it's good to know. Thanks for your sick gamer cred of being able to beat the first loop-de-loop run. We're very impressed.
You know, I worked hard. I'd like to accept this award on behalf of all the people that fucking suck.
There's a lot of people subscribed to this channel that might think that's a real achievement.
Fuck them. Anyway.
You heard it here, folks.
Anyway, so open world Sonic, because that's what they're going for. I mean, I'm not gonna like immediately knock it as like the worst idea ever or something. I definitely have reservations that I'm not sure it'll really work that well, but I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. I don't mind when companies try new things with their franchises because it can lead to something good. It can also lead to something bad or just okay, but whatever.
Yeah, I like the idea of experimentation with Sonic. Like, I think I would rather have something that is overambitious come out than them to release another Boost game.
Fair.
I'm kind of tired of the Boost formula. I don't want to play another Boost formula Sonic game.
Really, if I had my choice as to what I wanted from the next Sonic game, I would essentially want Sonic Adventure 2, but like with more Sonic levels, generally speaking.
It's more modern design sensibility. Absolutely, I'm in the same boat. I would love to have a modern take on Adventure and Adventure 2. Like the same style of game. Because to this day, like for a lot of people, those are the most memorable games in the series. And generally, when you talk to someone who's a Sonic fan, it's either Sonic 1, 2, 3, and like maybe Mania, or it's Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and maybe Heroes. Yeah. And then you have some like fringe groups that are like, oh yeah, the advanced games are the best, or like, I don't know, I'm sure someone out there is defending freaking Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic and the Secret Rings to the death. I kind of like Sonic and the Secret Rings, actually, but...
I did not like Sonic and the Secret Rings. I kind of like Sonic and the Black Knight, but...
I really like Sonic and the Secret Rings music.
Yeah, Sonic's always actually had some pretty decent music.
Oh, yeah.
It's also had some pretty iffy music, but like it's oftentimes pretty good.
Favorite track in the whole series, Sonic Unleashed E tier.
One more for the road. City Escape. City Escape's pretty important.
I mean,
Pumpkin Hill.
It's always Pumpkin Hill. It's the best song ever.
The lore of the guy that made that fucking song is out of this world.
Oh, right. And what I was gonna say was, especially with the Boost games, the Sonic team definitely got too into their head about Sonic being the game about going fast. That like it kind of took over everything in it in not a great way. Like Adventure 1 and 2, like you go fast, but it's not like everything. You're not constantly running forward at like max speed all the time.
Yeah, there's weird platforming sections.
There's like some other. I haven't played it in fucking forever. There's a bunch of stuff throughout all of them.
A little bit. There's a little bit of everything, honestly. There's a lot.
Rail grinding.
Yeah, there's rail grinding. It's still there in Boost, but it's not quite the same.
I, for the life of me, could not stay balanced on a rail for very long. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah,
did you press
I had
the fucking jump button?
No, I didn't jump off to my death, thank you. I just kind of slowed down and teetered off until, like, I had to just walk.
What are you talking about? Rails were not hard to stay on.
I had trouble. Like, you know those sections in City Escape where, like, you're going down the rails down, like, those pathways?
Yes.
Like, 70% of the time I would fall off and have to, like, walk down the stairs because I couldn't get up speed to keep going down the rails.
Alright, well, I guess that's my Sonic cred. I beat the rails in Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, hold up a second.
Can you even fall off the rails in Sonic Adventure 2?
I did not know that was a fucking thing.
So in Sonic Adventure 2, if you turn an angle on the rail, and you know how like you'll slow down if you're not like keeping yourself straight with the control stick? If you go too far to the left or right, you'll just fall off.
I have never seen that before. Okay.
Yeah.
For a second, you just don't use the control stick, I guess you're fine, right? Is that a thing?
No, you generally have to keep yourself slightly balanced.
Okay.
Weird. I don't remember this. Strange. For a second, I thought Slave was like confusing Sonic with like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater or something. And I was really lost.
Yeah, no, you can fall off on the rails.
New idea for a crossover: Sonic Pro Skater.
There almost was one.
Tony went down a fucking hill in the city at Mach speed, destroying a fuck ton of cars and buildings.
There almost was a Sonic skateboarding game, and it got like there was a tech demo and everything on Xbox, and it ended up not coming out.
It's called Sonic Riders.
Sonic Free Riders for Kinect, thank you.
No, it was something like it was Sonic Extreme, but like instead of like the Saturn game, which was Extreme with an X, it was the Extreme, and it was going to be a Sonic skateboarding game. Fun fact. I knew there was a reason I was here for the Sonic podcast. I can talk about weird Sonic lore and trivia.
Thank God.
This has been my entire life, waiting for this moment.
Quick, Rin, does Sonic have one eye or two eyes?
What the fuck is your problem?
When's the last time you played Sonic Dreams Collection?
Yeah, we all know it's one giant eye that absorbs you.
That's my favorite Sonic game.
I can't remember anything about the Sonic Boom games for the life of me. Just that, like, the first one was bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were just bad.
Yeah. The show is good. I've watched the Sonic Boom TV show. It's actually really good.
Knuckles is great in that.
He's funny, for sure, yeah.
He's the best.
Oh, what the fuck? He becomes like a complete idiot. Like, Knuckles was never smart in like the original games, but in the Sonic Boom TV show, he's like completely brain dead.
Wait, I thought your middle name was The.
It is, actually. At several points, they say his full name is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Man, I actually like Knuckles, like, a lot.
Yeah, cool character. I feel like in the original games, he wasn't necessarily stupid. He was more naive.
Yeah, but like as it went on, he was very quickly turned into the gullible dumbass.
Yeah.
Like, he listened to Eggman all the time.
You know what? The more I think about it, the more, like, I tend to think that I do have Knuckles' personality traits. It's like, hey, Slib, did he know they're doing this weird shit? And I'm like, what, really? Cool, that's neat. And it's like, no, Slib, you're just being gullible again.
Oh, I thought by that you meant every time your laptop stops working, you punch it.
Hey, I had to do that. I almost got suspended back in grade 12 because I had to punch my laptop to turn it on. Thanks, person who tried to scam me $300 for a trash top.
And I'm sorry for this non sequitur. All I'm saying is, hey, it's cool if we have Knuckles, but maybe let's, in the next game, not have Knuckles talking about the horrors of war.
No, he has to talk about Vietnam.
Like,
No, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
What
talking
the
about
fuck?
horrors for. But yeah, no. There definitely needs to be, I don't know, some reining in of the friends in future ones. As in, like, you need to use some of the existing ones and not make new ones. Thinking about all the friends and stuff. And yeah, maybe not talk about, like, a literal war, which was what was going on in Sonic Forces. That was pretty goofy.
like, I kind of get the whole symbolism of, like, nature taking over technology and vice versa. But, like, a straight up war, guys? Like, did it really have to get as serious as fucking Shadow the Hedgehog? In the game where you make your own OC?
Speaking of which, I found the image for my OC. I have posted.
Great.
It is
Thank
great.
you.
That's pretty great.
Oh, check it out. It's Wave the Swallow.
It's closer to Jet, but sure.
Yeah, it's supposed to Jet.
By the
Well,
way,
now
it's
that
certainly
you've
a
gotten
perfect
yours,
swallow.
I need to
I
grab
actually-
mine.
I actually really like the,
I hope they never
Sorry.
bring OC creation back, if that's what you're about to say.
No, I was gonna say I actually like the Wii Sonic Riders game. Like, it's a weird guilty pleasure of mine.
No. I've played those Sonic Riders games. I actually kind of like them. They're basically just like a Mario Kart-esque thing, because there were like items or some kind of power-up-esque things in it. They were pretty fun. I mean, they weren't like spectacular. I wouldn't say like, oh man, I really want to go and play fucking Sonic Riders again, but I enjoyed my time playing them. Why was Sonic slower off his board than on it?
There you go, folks. That was my OC.
Oh my fucking god.
Holy shit.
I mean, that has definitely
actually.
appeared in one of our videos, bro.
Actually, that does kind of look like, oh god.
the one that smokes weed.
The one that smokes weed. It looks just like him.
And like beat Sonic and Knuckles in a fist fight with his hands tied behind his back. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Anyway. I think I've pretty much exhausted my Sonic list. Unfortunately, I kind of wish I played more of them, but I don't know. I could never get into classic Sonic. A lot of people say like the momentum's great in those, but I've always found myself having a really good time going fast and then immediately running into a wall of spikes and being paranoid and slowing down. And I don't know.
A lot of people are going to be really upset with me when I say this, but if you want to get started with like classic Sonic stuff, start with 3.
No.
Yes.
No.
I started with 3. Yeah, 2's really good.
Start with
Chemical
2
Plant
and
Zone is a pain in the ass and can
it's
filter
because
a lot of people.
You're getting casual filtered, my guy.
Yeah, I know. Like,
I think Sonic 2 is the best place.
Later.
Sonic 2 is the best place to start. Sonic 1's a little bit difficult to like get into, just because it has some really dumb design choices.
If you play the mobile port designed by Mr. Christian Whitehead, it added spin dashing.
It doesn't change some really, really bad level design.
I really don't like Marble Hill or whatever it is.
The second level of Sonic 1?
Yes. I really don't like it. The lava and the platforming just slows things down too much, and yeah.
But I imagine you're a big fan of Labyrinth Zone, though.
As we all are.
One more time?
One more time, baby.
One more for the road, boys.
Anyway, yeah, I'll say in my conclusion statements for this, I guess, is that 2D Sonic should kind of just stay the course with what Mania did. Maybe they could experiment a little bit inside that. And I think like 3D, like more modern Sonic, should probably kind of go back to what like Adventure 1 and 2 did. And like refine that instead of whatever like the boost stuff is. And I am curious about the open world one, because why wouldn't I be curious about it?
I'm pretty much in the same boat. Like, pretty much everything you just said is pretty much how I feel. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna take a lot for me to be interested in Sonic again. I feel like my interest with the series kind of, sort of died in my teenage years, but I'm definitely interested to see where this new direction's going, even if I'm very skeptical with it now.
I think it's always wise to walk out a Sonic game with a bit of trepidation.
How about you, Sliver?
2D should be the same as it is. Like they really caught lightning in a bottle again with Mania. It was just a fantastic playthrough. It has the feel of a classic Sonic game, but with a more modern spin on it, sort of say, in terms of level design and what you can do in the levels. Like, I was playing it a little bit today, and I was just blown away with the changes they made to previous zones. Like the mechanic in Chemical Plant Zone, where you inject the chemicals, and now they're bouncy and shit, and there's fucking DNA fans and this and that was cool. But for 3D Sonic, yeah, I think they should probably go back to the adventure formula where the stages are more based around the characters than just shoehorning characters into a stage and being like, okay, Knuckles, have fun. But, that might just be me. I'm interested in seeing where Sonic the 3D Open World 1 goes, but I'm not holding my breath on it.
As long as they bring back Elise, then it'll be good.
Truly.
There you go. As long as Elise is back as Sonic's canonical wife, I'm okay.
I mean, she's already Sonic's canonical wife. If I remember correctly, I do not think that Sonic has kissed any other female character in the series other than Elise. You know what? More romance. The Sonic series needs more romance.
Truly.
Read the comic, you nerd.
No.
Reading? No. I want to watch a shitty cutscene where a human kisses a fucking blue hedgehog. Let's
whatever
kill
floats
this
your boat.
episode, please.
Yeah, let's get out of here. So, in conclusion, Sonic can be good. It's just they gotta figure it out. We have some theories on how it would be figured out. This conclusion really sucks. I've been Rin, with me has been Kazanarius.
Let's defeat Eggman, Sonic!
Sliv,
I'm Eggman Sonic.
and the unnamed guest.
I'm an unironic Knuckles level opponent.
Dude, same. And, as always, you can check us out on Twitter at THNDRCLUB. And we have a Twitch, twitch.tv/ThunderClub. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
You're gonna crash! Ah!